I mean, let's just be completely honest. Going to a public gym can really piss you off at times. You're annoyed by all the idiotic high schoolers wearing pajamas who are just hogging up all the bench presses. Every fit chick there has a camera set up and they're accusing you of walking in the background of the video staring at their ass. Half the time you're actually in the gym just waiting to use the machine you actually want because people are just wasting time on their phone. And overall, it's just annoying having to wait there all the time. It's just so inconvenient. That's why, in my opinion, it'd be better to have a home gym, but you don't have to overdo it. Just stick with the basics and you can get a great workout here. What's up everyone, David here. Got a new video for y'all today, but before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. So it shouldn't be a surprise. I'm a big fan of home gyms. I mean, just look at all this. That right here, that's my temple, that's my kingdom. This is where I put in the work. Why did I start a home gym? It's because I never wanted to go to a public gym. I did not start my fitness journey by going to a public gym first and then transitioning to a home gym. No, right from the beginning, I came and started my home gym, and it all started off with a simple bench, and over time, it just became more and more convenient. If I ever want to get a workout in, whatever time of the day, boom, it's right here in my backyard. No wait time for any equipment. I can do what I want, play whatever music I want, wear whatever I want. I mean, the freedom is just incomparable compared to actually going to a public gym. But over time, you know, I started accumulating more equipment. There was one point when I was training a large amount of people, so I had to get even more so, and a lot of that equipment continued to stay here. I could have just resold it because I don't need it anymore, but you know, I have it, I got the room, might as well keep it. But realistically, I don't need all this to get the results that I want. Just how many of you do not need an excessively large home gym to get the same quality workouts that you can get from a public gym. It's a matter of knowing what exactly is it that you're trying to do, what equipment will actually get you there. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that many of you have just a common goal of wanting to get stronger and build muscle. So let's just say just your general, you know, gym bro, your general fit chick, you know, just getting fit, you know, build muscle, gain strength. Simple. The number one piece of equipment that I would recommend just to start, over time you can start accumulating more, is going to be adjustable dumbbells. I'm talking about these right here. So I got multiple kinds of adjustable dumbbells. This one, along with its pair that's somewhere by here, is actually the original, the very first pair of adjustable dumbbells that I had. And they're actually hand-me-downs because they were my dad's. Kept them ever since, so who knows how old they really are. But why exactly are we gonna go with adjustable dumbbells? Number one, they save so much room and they save so much money. Get yourself a pair of adjustable dumbbells that are long enough to the point where you can go up to 100 pounds. So 5 10-pound plates on each side. Why? Because when you go to a public gym, most of them, what do the dumbbells go up to? Usually right around 100. So at least now, imagine the cost of getting every dumbbell, or at least a few pairs of dumbbells from, let's just say, something that's appropriate enough for curls compared to something that's heavy enough for you to do like goblet squats. It's gonna cost up a lot and it's gonna take up so much room. Dumbbells are not small, especially as you start getting to the heavier weights. But at least with these, all you got is 2 dumbbells, but you could always adjust them. Now, the type of clips, that's gonna vary depending on the type of dumbbell you have. If you see these type of handles, they're smooth and they require these type of spring clips. However, if you use this type of dumbbell, look how I customized this one. I made it thick like my girlfriend. You know, for a little bit of forearm work. But anyways, these type of dumbbells, you see how they got the end? It's actually a twist on type of collar. So which one would be better? Well, typically these are gonna be the ones that you can find longer dumbbell handles, so it would be a little bit more convenient for the heavier ones. But if you're in the middle of a workout and you're having to switch out the weight, these do take longer because you gotta, you know, spin it all the way and then put the weight and then spin it back. But at the end of the day, just do whatever one works best for you. I mean, with dumbbells, you can do every single main giant movement pattern that you can think of. You can hit your squats through goblet squats. You can hit your hinges through RDLs. You can hit your pressing through like a press or a shoulder press. You can do your rowing motions through either dumbbell rows, bent over rows. I mean, there's just so much that you can do with dumbbells. You can hit every major muscle group using just a pair of dumbbells. So this is gonna be number one. So let's just say you start getting bored of the same workouts that you're doing with the dumbbells. Although you can hit every single muscle group and every main movement pattern, sometimes you want a little bit more variety in your training. And this next piece of equipment will hit a very key point when it comes to you starting a home gym. If you're limited on space, do not waste your money or your space buying pieces of equipment where you can only do one exercise at a time. So people that have like a preacher curl pad or bench in their gym, I mean, yeah, that's okay if that's what you want. It's your gym, do what you want. But I mean, taking up that much room for just one exercise, in my opinion, not worth it. So here's what we got. Next piece of equipment that I recommend outside of the dumbbells is going to be an adjustable bench. Again, not just a normal flat bench. Why do we want the adjustable one? Again, the variety. It will introduce so many new exercises that you can do. Obviously, the more exercise you can do, the different muscle groups you can hit, more gains. So this one can go all the way down to decline, and it's got all the different levels that you can go to flat, all the way to incline, well, multiple levels of incline, and then all the way up to just vertical in case you want to do a seated shoulder press. Now, on top of that, on the end, again, try to find the one that can angle like that and incline levels and has the leg attachment right here. I mean, there's so many new exercises you can do here now. Now, on the incline, you can do any type of incline press. If you were to put on incline, you could do now chest-supported rows or chest-supported laterals. Now you're hitting a little bit more back exercises. With the leg attachment, you could do leg extensions, leg curls. If you're even creative about it, you could turn it into a seated calf raise. I mean, just the variety of exercises that this bench will help you out with is just, it's a night and day difference. And plus, the existing exercises that you were already doing with the dumbbells, for example, like any type of floor press, now you actually have a bench where you can go all the way down because now your elbows won't hit the ground. I mean, trust me, an adjustable bench will be very beneficial to your home gym. Try to find the ones that have as many attachments as possible. Again, look how much room it takes up compared to if I were to just have a flat bench and then a separate machine for the leg attachment or a separate bench that's incline. I mean, get one of these. Marcy is a pretty good home gym brand. That's one that I definitely recommend. I mean, I've had it for a while. My girlfriend actually got me this one because my old one broke. It wasn't Marcy. So, but believe me, this will really help you out. If you're gonna be starting a home gym, I'm assuming it's because you actually wanna make the investment, not just in money, and time and space in your garage or wherever you're gonna put it, but actually, you know, make a true investment to bettering your health. If you stay consistent with it and you actually make enough gains, eventually you're gonna get really strong, or at least stronger than what dumbbells can hold. So that's gonna lead me to the third piece of equipment that I recommend for home gym is now maybe start thinking about getting some good weight plates and a barbell. Now, why is this? The dumbbells, there's only so much that you can load it with. I mean, chances are, if you can load it up to 100 pounds, you're pretty strong, but after that, you can't load it anymore. So it's easier on to throw 2 plates on a bar. So now you have 225, you know, to do RDLs, things like that. And even if you're not strong enough to go up to 100 pounds in each dumbbell, just, you know, having a barbell adds a little bit more variety to your training. You could do deadlifts, you could do some power cleans, hang cleans, you know, some T-bar rows, things like that. It just adds more variety, but it will really help you out with those big compound movements. I mean, your heavy lifts, your heavy deadlift, your heavy squats, your heavy bench press, things like that. When it comes to your weight plates, Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, do not buy your weights new. I don't understand why people do that. Whether it's shiny and brand new or rusty and beat up, 45 pounds is still 45 pounds at the end of the day. Again, you're not training for the looks of the plates. You're training to improve your looks. And whether it's rusty or brand new, that 45-pound plate, if you're lifting it right, will get you the results that you want. So go with either the metal plates or the bumper plates. Bumper plates are gonna be more expensive. I would just say go with the metal ones. I mean, and obviously just protect the floor, get a small rubber mat, whatever, just put it on there. The bar though, I will say, if you are on a budget, bar would be the only piece of equipment where I would say, okay, maybe do a little bit more time finding what's a good one. Because think about it, if you get a cheap bar, it's gonna bend. No one wants that. I have several bent bars that I've done from just the heavy deadlifts, the heavy squats. You know, I load up to 4 plates and then it started bending on my back. It just, I say the number one thing, everything else you can get from just a generic home gym brand. You can buy used, you know, the benches, the dumbbells, all that. You can buy used from someone else, secondhand stores, whatever. The bar would be the only thing I would say. Maybe do a little bit more research, maybe put a little bit more investment. Because again, that's what connects you to the weights. You know, that's actually what you're holding on to. That should be a little bit better quality. But that's just my opinion. If you just want to get a normal, whatever, beat up bar, you can. I mean, that's how I started off with, but then eventually I got tired of bending the bars. I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna get a good bar, and it's lasted. So do you, whatever works for you, whatever works within your budget, just, you know, do your research on that. Weight plates and barbells. So we just talked about having barbells in place to do squats and bench press, but you can't really do a squat and bench press without having to get the bar in position first. Think about it. If you only have the bench and the bar, how are you supposed to get the bar up in the upright position? You're gonna have to stand up with it, power clean it, sit on the bench, lie down. How are you supposed to get the bar on your back in the first place if you don't have a squat rack? You know, you gotta power clean it up, over the head, behind your shoulder, and then get yourself in position to squat. So fourth investment is gonna be a squat rack. So there's multiple different types of racks that you can get. Me personally, being who I am, I wasn't about to drop $1,000 plus, shit, with inflation nowadays, it's probably like 2 grand on a rack that I could just make myself. So I built this rack when I was in the 10th grade. So that was in 2016, 2017. And this many years later, it's still holding up. There has been absolutely no issues other than the paint chipping off, but I don't care about that. I mean, it's really held up. That's what you want. You want a rack. All it has to do realistically is just to hold the bar when you squat and hold the bar when you bench press. I can't think of any other lift where you need a rack to hold the bar up at a certain point. Deadlifts, you start from the floor. Shoulder press, you can start from the floor, power clean it up, and then do your reps. I mean, realistically, it's just the pressing and the squatting that you need a rack for. Some people go with the full-on power rack like I did, where it's the 4 posts. Some people just go with the 2 upright posts. Do whatever you want. Obviously, the one with the 2 uprights is going to be the one that saves room for your gym if you're limited on space. I will say though, if you are going to be getting that specific rack, the one with the 2 posts, you got to learn how to bail out of a lift. All right, if you're squatting up, you got to learn how to dump it behind you. If you're going to be bench pressing, you better have a spotter, because the pro of having a power rack with 4 posts is you got the safety rods right here at your side. So if you can't get the weight up, you could always just dump it on those bars. So just want to throw that out there. I don't want anyone getting hurt, but overall, fourth investment is going to be a power rack. And keep in mind, at the end of the day, you don't have to get the one that's overly built and just very sturdy. Unless you're a professional power lifter, you're not going to be lifting that heavy of weights to the point where you need a very sturdy one. I mean, think about it. I got one made out of wood, not steel, wood, and it's held up over 400 pounds when I squat. No big deal. And the last piece of equipment, again, you want to get equipment where you can do multiple exercises at a time. You do not want to sacrifice that much floor space for something that you can only do one thing. So I will say one more piece of equipment that will add a lot of variety to your training is going to be just a simple cable machine. Specifically, a cable machine that has something to pull up from up top and something to pull from the bottom. So this one specifically, boom, I can pull from up here, and I got a cable down here that I can pull from as well. Now, there's so many different types of cable machines. Some of them have the weight stack on it already, like this one does. Other ones are the plate loaded ones. Whatever one works best for you. Obviously, the one with the weight stack is going to be more expensive because it comes with the weights for you. But for me, convenience, that one will be very worth it, because all I got to do is just flick the pin and then boom, you're good to go. Some weight stacks come with 2, or some cable machines have 2. So I think they're called dual pulley weight stacks or something like that, where you have the 2 stacks. I can do both exercises, both arms at the same time. Other ones are like that lat pull down type of tower, where it has the cable on top and then the cable at the bottom. That one's okay. I like it, especially if you're new. You know, there's a lot of new exercises that you can do with that. But here's the thing. If you want to do exercises like maybe some crossbody tricep extensions like that, maybe turn around and do some curls like this, or even some cable crossovers, how are you going to do it on those like lat pull down type tower ones where you only have one cable coming down through the middle? No, that's why if you can, again, if you can, try to get the one with 2 cables, 2 stacks, or 2 areas to put the plates, so you can do both arms at the same time. To save room though, like I said, what if you don't have room for this type of machine? You're gonna have to find ways to combine. And that's where this rack comes into place. This rack, believe it or not, $150. That's it. Facebook Marketplace, I'm telling you, what otherwise would have cost, man, probably over 500 bucks? No, 150 bucks. It probably even costs more than that, but since it's beat up and used, well, whatever. But look at this. It's a squat rack. It's a Smith machine. It's a chest fly machine. And the cable machine. I've seen a lot of squat racks where they already have the built-in cable machine coming in from the top. So I can do lat pull downs right here. And they have the cable down here at the bottom, so you can do maybe some type of seated rows from the bottom. That is what you want if you're really saving as much room as possible. This rack has almost everything. It has the actual areas to squat and do your free weights, your big lifts, and it's got the area to do your assistance exercise, like your curls, your tricep push downs, things like that, from multiple angles, from up top and down there. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. What if you want to do some, chest flies like that? You can't, because there's only one cable. You need two of them. So that's just something to look out for. But if you're limited on space, and you're also, if you're, tight on money, or you're just working within a budget, it's gonna cost more to find different things and piece them together. So having its own squat rack, that's gonna cost X amount of dollars. Your cable machine, that's gonna cost another X amount of dollars. This right here has both. It will cost more when you first get it, but it's a lot cheaper buying the machines that have everything together in one shot than it is piecing out two different pieces of equipment. So that's just a tip if you're trying to save money and save space. Because think about it, I have my power rack over there and I got my cable machine right here. It's just too much room. This thing has both combined. And realistically, the only reason why I have this is because my girlfriend really wanted a Smith machine, and I got tired of having to constantly adjust the height of the squat rack from after I'm done with my set of squats to her shorter level of squats, because she's a little vertically challenged. So now she has her own rack that she can use, whatever. And plus, obviously, the variety, just that chest press or that chest fly, it really helps out. The cables, I mean, it's all convenient. Everything does get used in here, but realistically, do I need everything in here? No. All I gotta do is stick with the basics and I'll get results. Is it nice to have? Is it convenient? Absolutely. Am I gonna make the best of it? Of course. There you have it, everyone. That is just my recommendations. If you were gonna be starting a home gym, these are gonna be the 5 pieces of equipment in the order of priority that I feel will be the best for you if you're both trying to save space and trying to stay within a budget. Dumbbells, adjustable, hit every major movement. Afterwards, get an adjustable bench with a leg attachment. Adds to the variety of the exercises that you can do. Afterwards, bar and plates. You're starting to get a lot stronger. You need heavier weights. Those big compound lifts, you got to build on top of it. Next is going to be some type of rack to hold the bar in place for a squat or any type of pressing movement. Obviously, the recommendation would be get a power rack, so that way, if you can't lift it, you got the safeties on your side, so you can just dump the bar if you can't lift it. And then lastly, a cable machine, just for a little bit more variety with your isolation movements. That's the order in which I would recommend. Also, that's the order that I went when I first started lifting. Honestly, you can get great results. You don't need an entire gym. You don't need every machine in the facility in your backyard, in your gym. No, just use the machines or the equipment that you know that you like and that you know will give you the results that you want based on your goals. Comment down below if this video was helpful. Comment down below what are your home gym recommendations. I remember one person said a leaf blower, being that my gym is outdoors. That's a good one. But my recommendation also outdoors, mosquito spray, because during summer it gets hot back here and the mosquitoes, they're vicious, but that's just me. So yeah, comment down below any other home gym suggestions, any other pieces of equipment, or maybe something that maybe most people wouldn't even have thought of, like maybe like lighting, if that's important to you or whatever. Comment down below also any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is. Comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe not just to this channel, but my girlfriend's channel and our couple's channel, so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos every week across the board for all 3 channels. For this channel specifically, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.